Radio Dojo. DJ Dewey with you here. And this time around we're just going to do a brief overview of the Radio Dojo website. So for right now, this is what it is. It's radiodojo.blogspot.com. And once it brings up the page, you just see there's the heading of the page, just basic website stuff. But just for those that don't, poke around and try to find the ins and outs of a website, here's the basic features. You go to the website. Now, on a phone, like an iPhone or an Android, it's not going to support the anything that's Flash-based. So that would be this chat room here. That would be this radio player down here. It's all based in Flash. Later on, I am going to make some upgrades. The chat, unfortunately, will not work on a phone right directly on the page. If you do have an Android or an iPhone, you can go to tinychat.com and you can download the app there, or you can go into the app store that's related to your device. You can go to the iPhone App Store, or you can go to Google's Play Store and search for TinyChat. But basically what I wanted to go over here was all of these different icons that we have here. Call them what you will, charms, icons, just they're ways that I've set up on the page to jump to all of the other websites that are related to Radio Dojo. So the first one that we have here is the Facebook page, not the group, but the Facebook page, which is facebook.com/RadioDojo. And I think everything's kind of loading slowly because of the fact that I'm trying to record this video at the same time, but you can go here and like this page and you'll be able to see updates on anything that goes on with Radio Dojo anytime there's a live broadcast. So that's how you can get to that. The second one here, the peace symbol, is going to be the link that takes you to dojoshow.blogspot.com, which is another page that I have set up with the archives. Right now there's a few things on there, more to come though. It's got the last broadcast that we did on the air. It's got a little bit of remixing that was done at the tail end of the last show. And it's got the top 10 countdown, the flashback countdown that was recorded for, basically it was a top 10 countdown of the top songs of July 7th, 1997. That's kind of interesting for nostalgia purposes to go back and listen to those songs that were hot back then. We'll get rid of that window. The next one we have is the YouTube channel for Radio Dojo. And it's actually going to show you... Actually, I've got a video that's uploading to this right now, the video that I just finished making. So, but that's where you'll be able to go to see any videos that are related to Radio Dojo. And actually, sometimes YouTube, just because of copyright infringement purposes, does not allow videos to be posted. In that case, sometimes I can fall back to the Radio Dojo page on Facebook, but most of the time when YouTube blocks it, Facebook does the same thing. Vimeo, sometimes you can get away with uploading things to Vimeo outside of copyright. So if it does happen to contain a snippet of a song that's a copyrighted song, copyrighted materials sometimes are taken down. I think one time I had a problem with Vimeo telling me I couldn't post something because it was an exact copy of the song from beginning to end with a video that I made to it. It was a slideshow. It said, nope, you can't do that. Well, I have a couple different Vimeo accounts, and I uploaded it at the same time to both Vimeo accounts, and one said yes and one said no. So Vimeo is kind of hit and miss when it comes to that. I don't think they're too worried about the copyright, the idea of getting in trouble for copyrights yet, but you never know. They might become more strict about it later on. YouTube was kind of relaxed about it at one point. So that's the Vimeo page, which is vimeo.com/RadioDojo, and then we've got the Caster FM page. Now this is actually accessible even if you are on an iPhone or on an Android phone. Even if you go to radiodojo.blogspot.com, you can tap your finger on that and that will jump you to the page, and you'll actually be able to listen to the show here. It'll look different on your phone because there's a mobile version of this website. But basically it'll give you an option here to say listen on iPhone or listen on Android. And here's the link to go directly to TinyChat. which is tinychat.com/RadioDoJo. If you want your chat experience to be in a separate tab or a separate window, then you can click on that. Right now, because I have a flash blocker, it wasn't loading the chat room. But just take a moment there and it'll pop up the chat room. And the next link that we have here is going to be soundcloud.com/RadioDoJo. And it's just going to have any sound effects or commercials, just anything related to short snippets of audio that have to do with RadioDoJo. There won't be any long form audio like long mixes or anything, because that requires a pro account at SoundCloud, which I have other means of doing that, so there's no reason for me to post them on SoundCloud. But yeah, I should have preloaded all these pages before making this video. I didn't know it was going to take so long for everything to pop up here. While we're waiting for that, let's go ahead and go to, there's also an Instagram page and there's also a Twitter page. And those are the last two links here, the Instagram symbol and the Twitter bird symbol. And let's go back to, there we go. So the SoundCloud page is all loaded up. It's just going to show anything that's related to that. And we got some material on there already. So, starting to get closer to the actual time that the live shows are going to return. We're getting everything squared away. But there's the Instagram page. You can go to that on your phone as well, and that's where we're going to be posting photos and announcements related to RadioDoJo. We've got just a handful of pictures up there now. Get rid of that because Twitter always asks you to log in. Actually, it's asking me to log in with the wrong information. But that's where we'll post announcements. Like right now, it's showing live shows return September 27th, and it gives you the link to go to the website, and that'll take you back here. And then it's got the information for the hotline that you can dial, the 832-543-DoJo. That's 3656. That's the new hotline for RadioDoJo. Like I said, if you're on a desktop or laptop, you'll be able to access chat. And chat also gives you the ability to broadcast your own webcam if you want to be on webcam in the chat. And that's where usually my webcam is being broadcast as well, showing you a kind of a bird's eye view of what's going on in the DJ booth. And then below that we have the radio player. You can just, normally it should automatically start playing when you come to this page if you're, like I said, on a desktop or laptop. But if it doesn't, you can always hit the play button there, and sometimes it'll give you a little bit of information about what's going on, and I would appreciate it if you'd go here and click on the stars here, and that will actually give me a like. Once I get up to 100 likes on caster.fm, it opens up some additional features. So, and all the way down at the very bottom, I added an icon or graphic for the email address that you can send email requests and things to, radiodojo@gmail.com. Probably won't be checking that as much as I would the voicemail. So that's why the voicemail hotline's more prominent and the email's all the way at the bottom of the page. But that's RadioDoJo, so thanks again for watching another video that's gone over 8 minutes long. And we'll see you during the live shows that start back up in September. Thanks for watching again. DJ Doobie, RadioDoJo.
Radio, Dojo, Dojo, Dojo.